And today we have a lot of good stuff for you. Today we have Arthur Bruise of the Bruised but Not Broken, Safonia Davis in the house. And we're
All
just
right,
happy to have her in the
Safonia, we're so
house.
happy you're here
She's
today.
going to give us some good stuff. You know, we have a lot of broken people out there that break people, and that is one of our topics today. Broken and the broken that breaks. And so today again, let me go. Hey, let's start from the beginning. Our disclaimer. My name is L.A. Parker, and I am a psychology student, pre-dissertation. We do not give any legal or medical advice. However, we do give you our own personal perspectives. We give you perspective from the psychology arena. We give you information on the DSM. We give you research. And all that good stuff. Tanya, what else we give? We give you her perspective, because you know her perspective is going to break it down for you. You know, I'm going to give you the psychology,
The philosophy.
yeah, but she's going to break
Give
it
you
down
the
for you and
real.
tell you what they really mean is what she said was really. So that's what Tanya's going to give you. Sometimes we don't want to we can't really comprehend what things. What we really need to know. You know what I'm saying? When we initially started, we talked about depression. We spent an hour talking about depression, and people was like, "Why do you want to talk about that?" I'm like, well, we talk about it because these are important things in our community that impacts everyone, and no one wants to talk about it until someone has jumped over the river, over the bridge, and now everybody want to have visuals, candlelight visuals, and create these new agendas that they're already agendas. We are already talking about these things. These things are impacting us every day. The silent killers are impacting us every day, and so we want to make these things, bring these things to light in our community. And again, today's topic is the broken breaks. We have many people who are broken, who are continuously breaking other people. And the problem is even not so much the broken, it is the victims.
That's right.
Have you ever heard of a willing victim? When you go into something knowing.
That is bad.
Knowing. I mean, like, the sky is falling. When you see the sky falling, run, Forrest, run. I mean, in relationships, we witness women every day get into toxic relationships, knowing that it's a toxic relationship. You know, the person, as women, I'm speaking to you women right now, just for Nino's second, we have the niche, especially women of color. We have a niche to feel that we can fix people.
The bad boy syndrome.
We're so, optimism is not good when God says no. That's going to be another topic. Optimism is not good when God says no.
Yes, that's right.
So I'm going to have to go here with you guys. You know, we don't get so deep into the word most of the time, but I'm going to go here. So when Samuel went to God and asked God, "Can you please save Saul?" I like him. He messed up, but he good. Can you save him, please? God says, "Why do you keep praying for him? I told you no." But Samuel had so much optimism. But he good. He a good king. He good. So he kept praying for him and God said, "Look now, stop.
Stop it. I told
Stop.
you.
Optimism when God says no. You're wasting your breath. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your emotions. You're wasting your youth when God says no. So sometimes we got to stop.
Amen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Amen.
Y'all went down that total rabbit hole, you guys. I
Amen.
went down that total rabbit hole. Y'all made Sister Arrow come out. But today's topic is, I told you it was going to be serious. It is about when the broken breaks. If you broken, stop breaking people. Having them on my couch. Stop it. Damn. Okay, so I got to give give last week, you guys. I was here. I was here in raw form. I was under the weather. I was not feeling well.
And you couldn't even tell.
God is good. But today, I was discharged on Sunday. I'm back in the house today. I love my Couch Time family. We here in raw form, but we here and we got something good for you. Miss Safonia, she got something really good for you. So you know what? We're not going to do a lot today. Again, I told you guys it's going to be a short day because I need to get back to my couch, as well as my cow gun. And if you wasn't born in the 70s, you wouldn't know what cow gun is. But take me away. So without
without further ado,
no, we gotta do. It's hot outside. When we was last here, it was kind of chilly. So what's the weather?
It is 88 degrees here in Dallas, Texas. Hot, bad hair weather.
Yes.
Bad hair. Look at mine.
Yes. Let's acknowledge some of our couch timers, our family. James, Solomon. Can you guys hear us well? Sometimes these mics, Okay. Jermaine, Byron. Hey, Sam. Mark Bryant. Hey, y'all don't know about that. Gary. Tony, Samuel, Mike, Latoya. Again, we love you guys, and we thank you for tuning in to Couch Time every week. We appreciate you. We wouldn't be anything without our Couch Time family. But again, today we are talking about a very serious topic. If you have any questions, you guys, please just write in your comments so we can answer those questions. And if you have any questions for Miss Davis, please, again, as she talk about her book, please, just ask questions. Also, you can also call in at 214-431-5032. Again, that's 214-431-5032 into Couch Time. All right,
Miss Safonia.
Yes.
We want you to tell us about this book, Bruised but Not Broken.
So the backdrop of the book, it just talks about my life after my parents got a divorce and me longing for the relationship with my dad and him pretty much divorcing my brother and I when he divorced my mom. So I wanted to share my story to let other people know that, if they're struggling with their purpose, that don't give up, just because the situation happens. If they feel defeated, exhausted, if they feel like, life's ups and downs are just really weighing on them, don't give up, because God has a purpose for all of us. And like being doubtful and confused, in relationships in general, you talked a little bit about, being optimistic. Well, I was very optimistic that one day my dad was going to see me and say, that's my daughter, I'm proud of her, and, from here on out, I'm going to have a relationship with her. But that didn't happen. And so sometimes we do hold on to people and things that we shouldn't hold on to. And I came to the realization later in life that, what, I can't force a relationship. I can't force him to be the person that I think he should be. And just because I want that relationship, God may be protecting me from that relationship, and just sitting back and just looking and seeing some of the toxic things in his life, then God saved me from a lot, because mentally I can't take criticism, and he is very big on criticism. So one of those things that, may have been detrimental to me, in my younger years. So that's why I just took this journey. Young women that are, out there and they're single and they're thinking, God, when am I going to get married? When am I going to find the guy? We've all kissed a couple of frogs, which is gross.
Yes.
We've all kissed some frogs, okay? But just keep holding on. And if you be true to yourself, and you really have to take inventory of who you are, pull yourself back and say, I'm not just going to put myself out there. Just because somebody's nice to me and says I'm cute, that don't mean that person is for you, right? Yeah. That's passing in the night. So just know that, there's somebody out there. You just have to be patient because God may be working on you. You're not there yet.
That's right.
So
what inspired you to sit down and write the book? Was it your dad or just something you've always felt
well, I wanted to
inside?
share. Yeah, I wanted to share my story, and I've always been a writer. I used to write poetry in high school, and throughout my young adult years before I got married, and he took up all my time. I used to write books, and I used to write screenplays, just on a small scale. And that's what I actually wanted to go into when I went into college. I went into mass communications because I felt like I wanted to tell other people's stories. And so, I have books that are partly written. One is called When Will I Drink from the Wine Glass? And that's about a young woman waiting to get married. And at that time, that's where I was in my life, And so there are things that throughout the years that I wanted to write, but then one of my good friends, Dr. Kimberly Ellison, told me, she's like, girl, you need to write your story down. And I was reluctant. It took me a couple of years. And finally, she was like, okay, I'm putting you on the time clock. And so then I put myself on the time clock. And then next thing I know, hey, every day when I got home from work, I just started writing. And
So let's get into your book, not without giving the audience, we want them to buy the book. We want them to pick up the book, so we want to give them too much. But but we do want to touch on some of the things, again, that impacts everybody's life so they can see how the book would benefit them. And one of the things that I heard you say was about how when men leave, they leave the marriage and they leave the children.
Yeah.
And I find that to be very cultural. I don't know if you guys can agree with that. And not dogging you guys out, my brothers out, but, we in the house. So when we in the house, we got to address the family issue. Now, what goes on in the house, stay in the house. But it's still in the house.
Right.
So we got to address this. And the fact is that African-American men have a tendency of when they leave the relationship, they leave the children as well. It's sort of like an out of sight, out of mind type of thing. And they go back and they go and start a completely whole new life. And so, how do you feel? How do you feel about that? I mean, you wrote on it. Was there any research done to that, or was it just your personal experience and perspective that made you touch on that component of it? And can you drill down into that a little bit?
Yeah. So coming to the defense of my brothers, I know some of the sisters out there can be hard. They can be hard-nosed when it comes to a breakup, and they don't do well with stress. And they don't do well with pressure, undue pressure, right? Because they have enough pressure already. So I did talk to a few guys about, what would make you walk away from your kids if, and they were saying their mom. I mean, bottom line, the way that the mom acts.
Yes.
The way that the mom responds to me, the way that she treats me, the way that she talks down.
And truthfully, I mean, some Shanique was... that will make you run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are some women out there.
Female.
Women, we gotta be real. We gotta be real.
That's
we
right.
come at men and we don't take into consideration. We don't feel that we have to take it into consideration, their perspective or where they are.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, sometimes that comes within our relationships. Not speaking of your mom's relationship, but we're in relationships that we really don't know the bandwidth of.
Mm-hmm.
So you really don't really know the person that you're with. Mm-hmm. And his level might been right here.
Right.
And you done peaked that, and he just can't deal with you.
Right.
And it's sad that the most important thing and the most important role of us as humans, as us as Christian, is the raising of our children.
Yeah.
And a person would prefer to walk away from the most important thing that they will be judged on, the raising. They would prefer to walk away from that than to deal with you.
That's right.
That's
right.
it. You know
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like saying I would rather jump off of the the Golden Gate Bridge than you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Than to deal with you.
Yep.
Okay, I know that every situation is different, so I'm putting my disclaimer because I don't want nobody calling me talking about. Look, I know that every situation is different,
Right.
but everyone is held accountable.
That's right.
You know, we can't just look at all of the absent fathers that as being just selfish men because there a lot of them are just selfish men. However, we have to look at the total situation, and as women, we have to look at our role. We do take a heavy role in it, but what are we doing? How are we impacting this relationship that makes a person just want to just say bye? Yeah. Other than you want compatible, we talked about compatibility. Okay, so these are the things again you need to think about when you're talking about compatibility. You know, am I in it for the long run? If you can't. Every single I'm on another soapbox. Soapbox number two. Okay, every single person that you lay down with, even the groove thing, a booty call. They don't call them booty calls no more. Probably not. They was at the 80, 90 thing. Or, you know, show your age.
The Netflix and chill.
You know, the Netflix and chill, buddy. There you go. We got the what's the initial Netflix and chill in the NCB. Yeah. The next chick's next chill Netflix and chill, buddy. The NC. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that.
Whoever that is, every single person that you lay down with is a potential baby mama. Every single one of them.
And baby daddy.
Baby daddy. Do you want him in your life for the rest of your life? Question.
Something to think about before you lay down.
Things that make you say, Just saying, y'all. And this ain't a psych thing. This is a life thing. This is not just this is real life where we're talking about. I told you we're in the house, we're in the family, and you need to think about every single person that you lay down with. Even when you got hormones going on tonight, and you're gonna call it potential baby mama, potential baby daddy.
That's right.
So when we want to walk away, 2-3 years down the road because I don't really want to. This person don't make me happy. I don't really want to be with this person. But now you have little people involved.
Yep.
We got to do better, family. We got to do better. We got to do better. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Davis. I'm sorry.
It's your show.
Listen. I had to come to Jesus when I was in the hospital, so y'all have to blame it on him because I was just.
Yes, hey, it's your show. So listen, wherever we go, we
She's been in a box for 5 days.
5 days, I mean, y'all.
That's a long time. Gotta let her woosah.
Right.
My woosah. So so bruised but not broken. We talking about the brokenness that had you having your come to Jesus. And so many of us women and men have challenges when it comes down to daddy damage.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to.
I got
put
daddy
that
damage.
in the DSM.
She got daddy
What's your psych issues? Dee. That's the new. What's your issue, Dee Dee?
Right.
What's Dee Dee? Dee Dee ain't a homeboy. That ain't the initial of the name Dee Dee. Dee Dee is daddy damage.
Yeah.
You got daddy damage.
Right. Even if he was
we
in
all
the home.
do.
Yeah. I mean,
Some people they're present but absent.
Yep.
And some people feel that since they give provision, that their provision takes the place of their presence.
That's right. Yep.
Dee tell y'all, look, we gonna get some healing up in here because again, look, y'all need to address your Dee. Okay, address your DD because look, men who feel that women play a certain role and want her to be Susie Housemaker, corporate Cali. They want her to be. They want look, DD.
All of the above.
DD because you got daddy damage. Your daddy didn't teach you what your role is and what mama role
gotta see
is.
this. I gotta see
Dee Dee.
this. I gotta see this.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them again.
Dee Dee, okay? You got daddy damage. Daddy
You
damage.
gonna have the new initials. Oh, this gonna be a Mimi.
Dee
Dee
Dee,
Dee.
baby, look. Baby, look, we got couch time for you. 214-431-5032. We don't have hour sessions today for your couch time, but look. Locate your nearest psychologist or psychiatrist and tell them that you might have DD issues. If they don't understand,
Issues, Daddy.
if they don't understand, tell them to go back and look at our footage because look, we have challenges because we have DD issues. And if you are a man, I love you, men. You are a large population of our couch time audience, but I'm just gonna say, don't be a contributor to the DD.
Right.
If you got children, okay, if you have children, I'm not take off the doctor hat today, okay? You got children out there anywhere, possibility of a children. You got sperm floating around somewhere you may possibly be. Okay,
Whoa.
we want to be proactive. Okay? We want to be proactive and not contribute to the next generation of DD, because this generation of children, we are responsible for the way they behave. Their cognitive functionality or dysfunctionality, which is the way they think. We're responsible for that. Mm-hmm. The 70s babies, and I'm sorry, yes, the 70s babies. We are the parents. We are the parents that has caused these craziness. Mm-hmm. We did this. They have no sense of God. They have no morality. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is Miss Safonia Davis' show today. I'm sorry. Look,
She is bruised.
we talking
But
about
not
these
broken.
bruised people who bruise people. And we talking about she did it to y'all today. She did it. She brung it out. She brung it out. Talking about these DDs. Look, 80% of people come from dysfunctional homes.
Yep.
Why are they dysfunctional? I drew in my dissertation topic just today, and I'm going to be using you guys as my samples. So follow me, because I'm going to use you. Yes, I'm going to use you. It's a good thing. Bobby Caldwell. I'm sorry. I'm going to use you. Because my topic is African American between the ages of 24 and 52 that are in broken relationships due to the inability to resolve conflicts because they didn't receive conflict resolution skills in their youth. Now, what about that? Are we teaching our children conflict resolution? Well, you ain't there. You can't teach them nothing.
Apparently not.
So we have men, boys, becoming fathers who is just regenerating this cycle of DD.
DD.
Can we just do better, people? Can we just do better? Cause see, Heavenly Father.
We're gonna have to end this with a prayer.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Hey, Kat, we have Minister Kat. Hey, girl, look, tell them people in Houston. Tell them in Houston this DD issue. We got to do better. This daddy issue, and tell them about. Look. Hey, look, it's real. Daddy damage. It's not just damaging females. It's not just damaging girls. It's damaging boys as well. And even if they don't see it, even if they don't know it, they are damaging our men. Men are damaging our men. Let me tell you why. Let me give you an example. When a boy starts becoming an adolescent, the other men pats him on the back based on how many fine women he has. I got 3 fine girlfriends. Man, that's good. I'm just saying. These are facts. This is not fiction. Okay? men pat each other on the back. They qualify each other of being a man based on certain things.
Yeah. That's true.
And the quantity of women that they are engaged with is one of those elements. But they don't tell them that every single one of them chicks could be a baby mama. And that the state of Texas, I don't know what state you guys in, but we're talking about the state of Texas, does have it ready for you. That they are ready to get in your pocket. Because when you become a dad, they can potentially take up to 50% of your income. An additional 10% if you got back support. They don't tell you that when they pat you on the back. But then they want to talk about you when you have to trade in your Cadillac for that Pinto that we were talking about last week. then they won't say, man, look at him. Yeah, the Pinto.
The Yugo and the Pinto.
Because
Yes,
the diapers
we
are
did talk about
expensive.
that.
And milk is sure enough expensive. And I heard now daycare is $200-$300 a week. Some people don't even make that in a week.
$175.
Yes.
Shoot. So I'm just saying, don't
She said 175.
Yes.
look. Don't give men equip our young men.
Yes.
Give them the real and full. If you gonna dip, you at least need to strap.
Right.
Get the strap.
We just
need to
at least because
I'm telling you.
what is the lesson
Strap
of
it up.
the
Tell them
lesson
about
of the day,
that.
students? Don't be a DD. Lesson of the day. Don't do it. We got enough issues, enough challenges in our community. And what's wrong with this mic? Okay, we're gonna take a break while I get my mic fixed.
Dee into this.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm coming off that morphine, y'all. I'm coming off the morphine. But it's
She's in raw form today.
Yes.
Jesus, keep me near the cross. Give him some couch time promo. Drag it on up.
Hi, this is Ellie Parker.
This is Valley Girl T. Check us out every Tuesday from 6 to 7.
We bridge the gaps of psychology, social, and spiritual perspectives
Don't forget the music.
to induce the healing and growth. Only on the couch. And remember, every Tuesday
From 6 to 7.
in the green room.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Give him some. I know we can't play no music. Can we?
Oh.
Okay, let's go back there. I don't know what's going on with this mic. Look, they always. Okay, lock it down. Put the lock. All right, we back, you guys, on Fishbowl Radio Network. This is L.A. Parker with Couch Time.
And Valley Girl T.
And we have some serious things going on today. You guys, we're talking about the broken brakes we have in our house tonight, this evening. Miss Davis.
Davis.
Yes, the author of Bruised But Not Broken.
And she brought on the DD today.
Yeah, she brung on the DD today. We talking about daddy damage. We talking about men and women with daddy damage. And it's not just to talk about the dysfunction that is caused due to the daddy damage. We want to prevent more daddy damage. We want to prevent all of our men in baby making age to don't do it.
That's forever.
Look, they making babies at what,
80
70 years
years
old
old.
making
80.
babies. They 70, 80 years old.
That's forever.
Look, so for your whole lifetime, you need to make sure that you are anti-DD, okay? The whole lifetime. We do not want to
No daddy damage.
We want to make sure that the next generation, has every opportunity to be whole and healthy, and you know, there's so much out there going on in the world.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
inside we need to have this. We got to do better. We have to do better. So, you know, what do you think that's contribute to the daddy damage? What do you think?
Well, I think that it goes back to our parents, and I'm gonna just say it. It goes back to our parents not having those conversations with us. You were saying it's the 70s generation, but how much did your family really share with you when you were young about relationships?
That's true.
They didn't share much with us.
They
we
did.
had to learn trial and error. And so you, like me, I grew up thinking that, oh, when you get 18, you're an adult, you get married, you have kids.
We were bamboozled.
Yeah, we were very bamboozled because we lived in a world where it was a fantasy world.
Yes.
And so when that didn't happen, and you know, I was in a relationship and I was engaged, and I'm thinking, oh, my life is about to start.
Yeah.
My life came to a screeching halt because not only was I pregnant, but then 4 other people were pregnant at the same time.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Dee, see?
yeah, it's in the book. It's in the book. If you want to know about that, read it.
Yeah, y'all.
Okay.
So, our parents didn't share those things, but then you reach back a little further, their parents didn't share that with them either.
Yeah.
So
It was a cycle.
Yeah,
It was
so
a
our
cycle.
generation really has to take on that whole sit down and have those conversations with your kids. We used to tell our sons, and we tried to instill in them that when you and your wife have kids. See, that's the kind of conversations we would have. We wouldn't say
Plant that seed. Planting that seed.
Even though that didn't quite happen that way, we do have a lovely granddaughter.
But the seed was planted.
Now, whether you take it and fertilize it and grow it
to your kids.
Yeah, right. And so we tried to have those conversations. We were like, look, you don't want to get caught up with somebody for the rest of your life, like you said, and you're going to have to see them. If it's not just with your kid, it's going to be, anything else. If something happens to your child, you go to the hospital, that person going to be there, right? You got to go to the school and they want to have a parent-teacher conference, that person is going to be there.
They
so
grow up, get married, you still got to go to birthday parties and grandkids.
For a lifetime.
For the rest of your life.
Forever.
And so people I don't think they think that far ahead when
they
don't. Having fun
they trying
and
to
doing Netflix and chilling.
They don't.
And booty calls or whatever they call it nowadays. They don't think about that.
They don't.
They thinking about the here and the now. It's a better way. If you want to do here and now, like you said, make sure you're protected. Make sure you take care of yourself personally. Don't expect that was she on the pill. No. That is not. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is yourself, and vice versa. Oh well, he had a No. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to take care of yourself. Yes, and so that's where people fall down. Well, he said.
Well, it's not that they don't know though, because what they say, we have a weaker and wiser generation.
Yeah.
So it's not that they don't know.
And they have more access.
We learned through ear hustling.
Yeah.
Our ear hustling was.
That's right. Listening to him.
Baby, girl, you heard what Mama say.
Yeah, right.
But
that's why she tell you, get out of grown folks' business.
Get out of grown folks' business.
But we should have stayed there.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we learned some stuff.
Right.
And then went back and told the next person because we heard what our mama said. But these kids nowadays have more information than what we have. They have the internet, and they at 8 can tell us more than we knew at 30.
That's right.
So they have the information. It's just about, I think a lot of it is culture, but it is, and it's not learned. I think that it is, it is something that have to be instilled in them.
Yeah.
It is self-worth. It is about discipline, which is a problem that we have, is having self-discipline.
Well, we were told no so much that when we were able to get our own stuff, it was
like
yes. And so we passed it on to our kids.
Yeah.
So we really did.
I agree.
we did
I agree.
pass that on. You can have whatever you want, right? And so
Ain't that a
now,
song?
they really think
You can have whatever you like.
Yeah. And so now they think that they can have whatever they like. Like they really do. And I mean, it's unfortunate, and hopefully we'll see. I did see some statistics on the teenage pregnancy has gone down nationwide, which is applaud for that.
Compared to when we were growing up.
Yeah, we were growing up. Now.
We had a whole school for pregnancy.
It started at
Baby.
13.
Yeah, we overpopulated because the millennials are the largest. It's like 9-point-something million of them in the world. So we have overpopulated, like in the United States alone. So yeah, our generation, we were getting it in.
Yeah.
Yes, man, we were.
But I can't. Yeah.
That's right. Somebody said they have all the information in the world, but they don't want to use it. And That's right. They don't want to use it.
Right.
Listening to their dumb friends.
You know, peer pressure, I think, again, is a major contributor of a lot of these challenges.
Yes.
Peer pressure. And I can't say peer pressure is a contributor of the DD issue. You know, I'm connecting everything with DD now, okay?
Right.
But I can't say that peer pressure is, because, again, I think that's more about self-discipline and doing the right thing.
But you think about schools. Everything right now for millennials was about being cooperative. Like, everybody had to, get together in a group and work in a group.
Yes.
And so their peer pressure is a lot higher than ours, because, like, we were individualized, but not for them. They, everything is a group project. Everything, hey, you guys sit over there and figure this out. And so it's just like...
And therefore, a lot of times it disables their ability to think independently.
Independently, yeah.
You know,
It
you
does.
have to... I always gotta have somebody. I tell my daughter all the time, you ain't gotta have nobody with you all the time.
Yeah,
You do not need an entourage.
Right. Go eat by yourself.
You know
Go
what I'm
to
saying?
the movies by
You
yourself.
came in this world by
I was
yourself. You gonna leave by yourself.
And trust me, it's not to bash millennials, because somebody had to teach y'all that. So it was our generation that fostered that whole.
I think it's the
collaboration.
absence. I think it is the emotional absence of the 70s
Yeah.
babies.
Oh, yeah.
The emotional
Yeah.
absence, because we were, because of a lot of the X, we were the X.
Gen X.
Gen X.
Yes. So a lot of us, we were young parents. And so since we were young parents, when those kids started growing up that we had,
Right.
we started wilding out.
That's right.
That means, I'm going to meet you over there at Park Avenue.
Not part
Mama
of
Mama got the kids
My mama
tonight.
got the kids.
that. Right.
Iguana Mirage.
Right.
You know, you got a babysitter?
RJ's
Bring
about
them
to
over
leave.
here. I got a babysitter. She going to watch both of ours.
Right.
Oh my God,
it's-
that was so mean. Oh, my mama watch it too.
Come on,
she got your
right.
baby.
You
every
give-
time.
Hey, my
but we
cousin.
going.
I
Look,
got-
come on now.
Hey, you want to watch
You
the
give her
TV?
$5 and she'll watch. Look.
I had to give her 40. LD, I had to give her 40. I give you $40.
You know,
for 2 kids.
It's so we were so emotionally disconnected because we had our own agendas. Just to be
Right,
honest about it, we were doing our thing. We were catching up because we were teen parents,
yep.
and we were catching up. And then because a lot of times we didn't have those opportunities to do some of the things that other kids were doing, then we were still catching up. We was going out living our best life, like they say. We were living our best life at the expense of the children. The children. I don't think that many of us really knew how to have functional relationships, because if we wasn't in a dual parent, and some of us had dual parent homes, if it was not an example in our homes what a healthy functional relationship was, we could not. How can you mimic? How can you exhibit something that you've never seen before?
Yep.
And so, and one of my examples is, you grow up and you see your mama hit your dad in the head with a frying pan because I'm just saying.
But
You know what I'm saying? He come, whatever issues they was going on in there. You
Right,
heard a commotion and you heard
Yeah.
bing, and she done, mama done
did
hit
something.
daddy
Mama
with
done
something.
crazy.
Then you grow up and you feel that's how you
How
resolve
relationships
conflict.
supposed to be, yeah.
And then
That's
then
right.
you wonder why the kids got DD issues. Why daddy walked away. Well, maybe if she didn't hit him in the head with that frying pan, sit down
He
and
would
had a
still be
conversation.
Grits.
Al Green
Al
did
Green
the Al
got
Green. How to sit down and have functional, have effective communication,
Right,
and
right.
resolve issues.
True.
We could maybe help some of these DD issues. So and to be honest, most of the people even today, even in their 30s and 40s, are still just really not ready to have children, who are having children.
Yeah.
And so then we have DD issues because people really weren't in daddy mode. When I go to work, I can't go to work, get to work, and get in work mode. I got to be in work mode before.
Before you get there, yep.
And so you have people, moms and dads. Dads get the bad rap because they have that freedom that they do walk. They can just walk away.
Right.
I bet a lot of moms, if they had that opportunity,
Deuces.
peace.
I already told my husband.
I'm out here. You got the kids.
What?
I already
I'll
told
be
my
back.
husband. I was like, look, if we split up, you taking the boy.
Look.
I already told him that.
I gotta go take the trash out. Well, you just took the. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
You,
The next
you,
day.
and you know what? I'm sorry to say, but these millennial women, they're doing just that.
Well, they have been. Yeah.
There are some.
I
They're
have seen
there.
some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have more single fathers
Fathers.
than you ever had in the African American community.
Yeah. I guess they figure, you know what? Hey, I got an option too. And so they like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
This is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Because people are starting to treat parenthood like it's a accessory. A lot of people are treating parenthood like an accessory. I'm gonna get a baby, but it's just to take pictures. It is not to really be a parent,
Yeah.
right? I've seen it. And
And that's why you have a lot of abuse too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people really don't know what they're getting into. Or not prepared, and there is not the grandmas and the aunties there to
What? No,
mentor and guide and to look. Don't
These
take that baby
grandmas-
out this
these
house. That baby
grandmas
2 weeks
nowadays-
old. Don't
These
take him out.
grandmas, They don't babysit. These grandmas nowadays,
That's not me,
they don't
but
babysit. It's
others.
not me. I babysit, but I'm
But,
just saying.
I
A
mean,
large
Me too.
amount of my friends say
look,
I don't babysit.
My daughter's part of the Couch Time family. She can tell you. I have a Nana weekend. 1 weekend a month. 1 weekend. That's from Friday to Saturday morning.
Yeah. Oh.
One
Once a
weekend,
month. Once a
one
month.
weekend a month. You better get in on that day. If you miss it,
Too late.
and it is because we are a generation that we still in catch up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We still in catch
are.
up, and we're not the grannies of the previous years. So, I think maybe when I get into my 60s, you may be able to sit me down.
Somebody said, Crystal said, wearing leggings and lace front wigs and eating crab legs.
That's what grannies. That's the
doing
new
nowadays.
look of the
That's
grannies.
right.
New look of the grannies.
That's right. And
Okay.
Netflixing and
look,
chilling.
these the grannies.
Okay.
We the grannies.
Okay, but wait a minute. Ain't nobody said nothing about the pawpaws. Ain't nobody said nothing. Papa, he a part of the family.
Yeah.
He a part of the family. Now he may come with his 23-year-old girlfriend to the family, but he's still a part of the family.
Lord
Look,
help.
do not exempt him. Do not
Lord
exempt him.
help.
I call. You know what? I was.
23-year-old.
That's a babysitter right there.
You want me to
If
babysitter?
he bring his 23-year-old
I'm like, that's
girlfriend,
his
she
baby.
can
Almost.
babysit.
He probably got a kid that
But
age.
you know, I was talking to a friend of mine today about Daddy Pawpaw. You know who Daddy Pawpaw is? Daddy Pawpaw is when you go to kindergarten and you don't know Peter Daddy or Peter Pawpaw.
Oh, Daddy Pawpaw.
You know when Daddy Pawpaw is 46 with that 31-year-old wife,
Right.
and she decides she
She
want to have
wanna have a
baby.
baby.
Yeah, Daddy Pawpaw.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
We have some friends that's like
Yeah,
that. Y'all don't kill me.
Daddy Pawpaw. Yeah.
Some Daddy
Yeah.
Pawpaw.
As long as you don't contribute to
Yes.
the DD.
The daddy damage. Do not
Don't contribute to the DDD. You can be Daddy Pawpaw. That's right.
Take
That's
care
right.
Of your other kids that afford it
That's
still.
right. Invite him to the baby's birthday party. You know what I'm saying?
Jaw's hurting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Look,
Yeah.
look, y'all. Whew, I'm sorry, y'all.
She a mess, y'all. I'm finna let
Miss
y'all
Miss
see
Davis
her.
did it to us, y'all. I'm sorry.
Look, total mess.
Look.
Mess.
Miss Davis did it to us. Miss Davis brought
on the DD.
DD. See, we talk about love, peace, and happiness. Love and happiness.
We could have talked about that.
Something
We
make
coulda
it
talked
be
about
right.
that.
That's what we be talking about.
talked
She
about
come up
that.
here with this daddy damage.
We could have went
Bringing
to
up all of
chapter. Let me see.
Emotional issues.
We could have went
Daddy
straight to chapter
damage.
13 and 14. God's promise actualized and living your purpose, and then we could have been happy in here.
Yes.
But that's okay.
You know, without yes. Look, we need some happiness. Man, we done diagnosed all of us with all of these issues, with all these.
Gen X.
Yes. But it's gonna be okay. God is good. God is good.
Well, tell us where we can get your book.
All right, so it's on barnesandnoble.com. Just type in bruised but not broken and then put Davis behind it and it'll pop up and then you can just purchase it on there. If you're in the Metroplex, you can send me an email, sdaviscoaching@gmail.com, and I can get you a copy, a signed copy.
Or you can reach out to Couch Time, and we will have her book available on Couch Time, Couch Time, COUCHTYME.com. You can also call the station at the Fishbowl Radio Network, 214-431-5032. Y'all get it now. Y'all handle them DDs. Handle them daddy. Hey, book an hour session with me. We got you. on the Couch Time. You guys, we all about that little peace and happiness. Do we got a scripture for today?
You got one on the back of the book.
Can you get it to us?
Yes.
Go ahead, Sister Davis.
So Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.
All right now, y'all.
All right, amen.
You guys,
amen.
Y'all take it easy. Thank you guys for logging into Couch Time one more time. We're here every Tuesday from 5 to 7, from 5 to 6. We have music for you guys. From 6 to 7, we have you on the couch on the Fishbowl Radio Network. Thank you for logging in. You take it easy.
Take care, guys.
All right. Let's see what people are saying over here.
Hi, this is L.A. Parker.
This is Valley Girl T. Check us out every Tuesday from 6 to 7.
We bridge the gaps of psychology, social, and spiritual